Hey, what's up, my peoples? I thought I would give you a look at this really awesome Cars collectible, Revoltech Lightning McQueen. So here we are, and there he is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. So right up front here, you have Lightning McQueen right there, smiling at you. He is number 3 in the line. He is from Disney Pixar Cars. At the top here, you got the Disney Pixar collection line. So there are the other figures in the line. You have Sully with Boo, Mr. Incredible, Woody, Nemo, Wally, who I do have, and the joints broke. I'll get into that in a bit. And Lightning McQueen. And on the reverse side, on the back of the packaging, I should say, you got black and white things and stuff, and all the figures in the wave, and poses you can get McQueen into, swap out parts, how to work the Revoltech joints, and a bunch of other stuff that I can't read, and I guess a phone call, or a phone number in case you need to make a call to the company, and that's basically it for the packaging. Oh, and as I kind of tossed the box to the side, I did forget to mention that it does have a flyer. Yeah. So let me just unfold this, so just bear with me. But it's nothing too special. It just shows a bunch of stuff about, you know, other products you can buy, whether it's Revoltech or not. But if I can flatten this. Then this is basically one side right there. Again, a ton of stuff that I can't read. Unless I was C-3PO, probably, maybe, I don't know. But as you can see, you know, you got some random stuff. You do have Iron Man right there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, just some details about their Revoltech Pixar figures. There's Wally, and some other stuff, and that's basically it for that. So moving right along, here we have Lightning McQueen, who is an action figure. Who would have thought this would happen? I didn't think this would happen. I didn't even know this existed. Well, actually, I take that back. That's a lie. I did know this existed, but not at first. If I can kind of readjust my tripod legs. These ball joints are tough to maneuver. But, yeah, I had no idea this existed until, like, I think 2000 and, maybe it was 2012? Maybe? I don't know, but, let's, unplug him from the base, and we'll unplug him from this double Revoltech joint, and we'll just set McQueen off to the side, and we'll take a quick look at his first accessory, which is it's a display base, basically. It's, you know, it's gray to resemble the pavement of a racetrack, and you got the finish line right there. And then you have the 2 ports for the Revoltech double joint, which is ratcheted. So it's ratcheted on both sides, and you can plug it in. You can plug it in here. You can plug it in here, you can do whatever you want. And then on the underside of McQueen, you could plug it in either here or here, depending on what kind of pose you get him into. So there you have that. So we'll just get these two things out of the way. And he comes with alternative wheels. Now this is his pullback feature, which we'll get to in a minute, but you do have these. And as you can see, they're the usual Lightyear tires with the red rims on both of these, and this is the one that you kind of wind back and it supposedly rolls. And I use that term loosely because, well, we'll get to that. But you also have optional mouths. So you have this one where either his tongue or the inside of his mouth is showing. I don't know which one it is. I think it's his tongue. But as you see, you got that, and then the smile with just the teeth. So there you have that. You have an alternative windshield with his eyes. This is more of a determined expression, whereas this is more of a relaxed, kind of friendly expression. So, you have that. And to interchange the eyes, you do need this little tool that is included, and we'll show that off in a bit. But first, we'll take a look at Lightning. So, as you can see, he is very, very articulated. I mean, this thing is very, very poseable and very, very impressive, if you ask me. But it is a shame that, McQueen was only released and they didn't release Mater, but, it is what it is. But let's get in close here so you can see the details. Nice little smile right there. You got his headlight stickers, and you can tell these are just the stickers because the 95 is on his right headlight. You got some silver for the hood ties, or I think they're hood ties. They tie the hood down, but you have the Rusty's Medicated Bumper Ointment logo on the hood. You have his lucky stickers, which are the lightning bolts. It would have been nice if they were like a reflective silver, but I still like the gray, and plus this thing is extremely glossy, so if you really want to, you can get the light shining like that on the stickers, or the decals there. So, and then right here you have his contingency sponsors, which are, as I clear my throat and stuff, you have Nitro-Aid, the Piston Cup, Revolting, Octane Gain, Mood Springs, Vitaline, No Stall, Gaskets, Gasprin, Easy Idle, Little Torquey Pistons, RPM Leakless, Clutch Aid, and Retread. So there you have that. Lots of contingency sponsors, and as you can see, it is broken up with the lightning bolt going in and dividing these from these. So there you have that. And the lightning bolt itself is very cool. It has like a yellow in the front that fades to kind of a orangish red in the back, with the 95 right there, and up top here, or all around the I guess the cab of McQueen, you have the windows picked out in gray, which looks pretty cool. You have his signature on his roof edges, which is Lightning McQueen, that's his name. 95 with the sculpted roof flaps, which is nice. And on the side here you have the Rusty's logo with the gas cap. Then come around to the back here. you have the little pieces that hold his spoiler down. You have Rusty's medicated bumper ointment on his rookie stripe. And then you have the 2 taillight decals and the 95 on the taillight because it is just a sticker. And yeah. And on this side, it's pretty much the same as this side, just without the gas cap. So, yeah. And, nice, Lightyear tires with the red rims. And the undercarriage is very detailed, surprisingly. You got the exhaust pipes picked out in silver, and this bit back here picked out in a light gray. I don't know what this part is. I guess I want to say it's the battery or the gas tank, but I don't know for sure. Maybe it is the gas tank. I don't know. I'm not an expert on cars, but yeah, you got his axles and suspension showing off there, and yeah, very, very cool. And you can have him pose in a neutral kind of driving pose, or this guy is jointed everywhere underneath him. You have a Revoltech joint here, and you can't really see it, but oh, there you go, right there. And yeah, he has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Revoltech joints. So you can have him in different poses. Like you can have him steering towards you, or like no, you're the best, but or you can have him in kind of a steering pose, like, oh hey, how's it going? That kind of pose right there. You could you can slide these axle pieces forward. It's a bit tricky. Hold on, just bear with me for a moment while I try to get them. But you can slide them forward a bit, and you could have them kind of maybe it's not. Is it? Oh, there we go. You kind of have him in a pose where he's kind of like, I guess, hey, that's what I do best. You could just get a bunch of different poses just in the front wheels alone with the joints, and you can set these to go up and down, like these back ones. You can have these go up and down like that, or you can have them in a steering kind of position, which I opt for up and down in the back and steering in the front. Because if you really want the wheels or the front tires to tilt up, these pieces are on a swivel as well as a hinge. So, and honestly, you could just have these wheels in the steering position, excuse me, and you can just tilt the wheels up. Now, to interchange the eyes, what you want to do is take this tool, and you can there's a hole right there in between the joints. What you want to do is just stick this in there. It'll basically pop out his eyes or his windshield. And you can proceed to take the other one and plug it in. Now, this only works one way, because obviously you wouldn't have this upside down, but also not only is the windshield the same shape as the outside, but there's a big port and a small port, and on the back of these windshields there's a bigger peg and a smaller peg. So you just want to line that up push it in, and there you go. There's an alternative look for McQueen. And I do like these eyes, but not as much as these, so I'm going to be displaying him with these eyes, although sometimes I may switch them out, but as far as this goes, I prefer this mouth with these eyes and those eyes, but to switch them back, you know, you just do the same thing as you did earlier, just stick this through, pop it out, and put the eyes back in. So, there you have that. And to get to the mouth, you don't do anything, you just pull it down. But first you have to move these out of the way by pulling them down. And, hold on. Okay, sorry, I had to straighten something out. But you can unpeg, you have to grab it kind of like this. You kind of have to just pull it out. Just pull it out. There you go. And now McQueen has no mouth. Well, he does, but it's just, you know. Oh, wrong part. And then you can insert this mouthpiece for an alternative look, which if I can, maybe if I did it this way. So you just, you take the peg, you plug it into that bigger port, and there you go. There you have McQueen with an alternative mouth, and it is pretty cool, but like I said, I prefer the mouth with just the teeth. So that's how I'll be just displaying him. But it's good that you have options. You know, options are good. Options are great. Options are amazing. Options are what make people happy. So there you have that. So I'll just plug that in. So there you have that. And while we have the front suspension down, you can pull these out. And you do have to be careful because, like it tried to do right there, some of these, sometimes the joints will try to pull out of the inside. So you do have to be careful of that. But you can bring that down, bring this down, unplug it, and you can switch out the posable wheels for the pullback wheels. Now what you want to do is basically just plug this on like so, if you can see it right there. Just plug that in and kind of hinge it up and, you know, push it in all the way and just kind of continue doing it. And there you have that. And then you take this one. Now this will peg into both of these posts. So what you want to do is just plug it in, if we can. The joints are sturdy, but you know it's still nice to be. You should. I still recommend being cautious because you know you never know if they'll break. Because I know the joints on my Wally broke on me, and I was sad. Hold on, something's not right here. These joints are really tight. Jeez. But, it can be a bit fiddly to do this. And you know what? Hold on. Let me get out. Let me try to flip this around. Well, I don't want to break it, and these joints are being a real pain for me, so God, hold on. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I'm trying to get the stupid port in. Wait. Hold on. Maybe. I don't understand this. I was able to get it on just fine, but all of a sudden it's like it's a pain. Well, maybe I have to switch them out. I don't know what's going on. But basically, the concept is you can plug these in, and if the joints will cooperate with you, you kind of sort of have this looking. I don't know why this is being so difficult. But, like I said, I'm not going to break it. But basically, you pull him back and release him, and he should roll, but for some reason, he just doesn't. I don't know why. But the pullback mechanism is really, really weak. But then again, you know, you get this guy to pose, you know, you don't pay for it for the pullback feature, but then again, you know, it is unfortunate that the pullback feature doesn't work that well. It's especially unfortunate that these joints are being a freaking pain. Hold on. Now this joint's stuck. Oh, for the life of me. Oh, there we go. Haha, it came out, and it didn't break. Take that, Wally. Basically, the joints in the head and then the shoulders broke on my Wally, and I'm extremely unhappy about that, so I'll have to find new yellow Revoltech joints that are the same size. I don't know where to find them, but if you guys know, then feel free to tell me. Although maybe I'm just lazy, or maybe I'm just dumb and I can Google search it, but hey, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's basically it for McQueen's features. I mean, you can pose him around, you can have him jump, you can have him steer. I do want to make a note that only the tires spin, not the actual rims, which it is a bit unfortunate, but like I said, this is more of an action figure than a moving car. But there you go. And let me just try to get him into a decent pose for you guys. You kind of have to maneuver the joints to your to your liking, but once you have it done, you should have something like that, which looks really, really cool. I do like that. That is really, really cool that this car is posable, because I mean, honestly, if I made an action figure, it would be pretty dang close to this. I mean, the actual wheels would roll, but other than that, this is very similar to how I would make an action figure. Maybe I do a little bit of maybe I do a different take on the joints and the suspension and everything, but other than that, this is pretty similar to how I would make Cars action figures. So, but let's get McQueen back into a neutral driving pose because we're going to do a couple of comparisons. So, just bear with me so I can get him posing properly. And we kind of have him. We pretty much have him. I don't know what's going on. But, okay. Come on. He is being a bit difficult. So, come on. He is a bit fiddly at times, but, it takes doing with Revoltech joints, honestly. But, to get him in the right poses, and you definitely have to be patient when posing this thing, because if you're impatient, like I usually am, then you're going to want to rip your face off. But I've been pretty patient with this McQueen, so, I'm not too worried about that. But, let's get on to the comparisons, shall we? So, here he is, and we'll bring in a couple of die-casts. Here is the Disney Store die-cast, and the Mattel Precision Series Lightning McQueen. So, as you can see, he is in between scales. Like, he's not 143 scale, and he's not 155 scale. He's pretty much his own kind of scale. Which, if it doesn't bother you, then, it should be fine. But if it does bother you, then, well, that might be a problem. So, but, yeah. And I see what RC Cars 5 is saying with the whole facial expressions for the Disney Store cars. Not all of them are good. Like this one, for example. So, there you have that. And there you have that. And I'm, I got the camera to go squirrel. But yeah, this is a really cool kind of figure, and if you're a Cars fan, I do recommend getting it, and if you're a Revoltech fan, I recommend getting it as, still, because it is a really good McQueen. Yeah, he can be fiddly when you're trying to get him into a more neutral driving pose and that kind of thing, but the joints are tight, or they're tight enough, they're not overly tightened, and this is just all around a really good Cars collectible, and I'm really glad I have this in my collection. So, let me just give you a quick look at this pose that I put him in. So, there you go. That is the, Revoltech Lightning McQueen, and you're seeing a lot of R7D4 over there. He just keeps hogging. He's always in the background. So I do apologize about that, but yeah, that is the Revoltech Lightning McQueen, and I do want to tell you that he is very cheap for an import figure. He was originally $45 on like Amazon and Big Bad Toy Store and stuff like that. But these guys have been clearing out for $20. That's as much as like that's almost as much as a Marvel Legends figure, because the Marvel Legends 6-inch figures are $22, and it's around the same price as a Star Wars Black Series 6-inch figure. So, I mean, honestly, I would recommend this. I mean, especially if you're a Revoltech fan, or if you love collecting Revoltech figures and you're a huge Cars fan, this is definitely something you need to get because it is so much fun to pose. It can be fiddly at times, but if you work with the joints and have the patience, then you're not going to have any problems. So, like I said, there's the Revoltech Lightning McQueen, and I hope you enjoyed having a look at this, guys. So, I don't know what I'm going to do next, honestly. I could bring in Precision Series Doc and Sheriff and maybe Ramon, but I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to be reviewing the DC Hot Wheels character car Harley Quinn. So, I may do that, I may not, I don't know. But, if I did, it would be just an inbox review, just so you know. But yeah, that's McQueen, and, sorry this video is so long, but there's just so much detail to go over with this guy, and, I'll try to make a goal to make these videos a bit shorter so that you guys aren't bored to high Hades. And I'll see you in the next video. See ya.